revealing each other's secrets, quirks,
and differences.
Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I've got Dave with me today.
I'm back again already.
Talked him into another video.
Oh my goodness.
In today's video, we are revealing each other's secrets, quirks, and differences.
Ooh.
We're only going to reveal like one secret because, you can't give too much away.
This is true.
Yeah, at least not yet.
Right.
But anyhow, we thought this would be a fun video and a way for you to get to know us better.
So let's start off with each other's differences.
Okay.
A major one that you have is principles.
What do you mean you don't have any principles? I married the wrong guy.
No, meaning everything is about principle.
Yes,
You
it
know,
is.
whatever it is in life that happens, a situation, something somebody does to you, whatever, or comes up does to anybody else,
Yes.
you always get fired up and say, it's the principle of the thing, it's the principle of the thing.
And it is. And I will fight to the bitter end.
Oh my gosh, will she ever?
I really will. If I am standing on something, a principle, I mean, it's that way or no way, and I'll fight for it, and I will not quit.
No, you won't.
It's just the way I am, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
I think it can work both ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of my personality.
Absolutely.
Now, how are you different than that? In my opinion, you are laid back. You won't fight or or stand for anything.
Oh, that sounds great.
Well, I don't.
I
maybe
know,
not
I know.
anything, but like if Dave went through a drive-through at a restaurant,
Yep.
like McDonald's or somewhere, and he got the wrong order, well, he'll come home and just say, oh my gosh, they gave me the wrong order. I didn't order this kind of sandwich. I didn't order this drink or
Yep.
whatever. And then that's it. He just sits there and eats it. Not this girl. I would go back up there if it was a half hour away. And I would let him know they gave me all the wrong food. I would let him know how inconvenient it was that I had to come back up there. I mean, they would hear about it.
Yes, they would.
But Dave, he would just eat it no matter what it was, whether he liked it or not. So that's one of our differences.
Yes.
All right, another difference is Dave laughs at absolutely everything. He finds everything to be funny. I can hear the same thing he's hearing, and I don't see any humor in it at all. But he laughs at everything.
True. I'll give her that. I do
Okay.
do that. And the direct opposite of that would be Sheila laughs at nothing.
That's right, I don't.
I don't care if it's a joke. I don't care what it is. She just doesn't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get any jokes. I mean, there could be a room full of
Yeah,
people.
room
They're
full of
all
people.
laughing about something. And I'm just standing there wondering why are they all laughing.
That's
I
right.
never seem to get it, no matter what it is.
Nope.
So we're definitely opposite in that.
Yes, we are. Totally opposite.
All right, name another difference.
Okay. All right. Another difference we have is Sheila is very conscious of prices and dates.
Yes.
Meaning, like, if we go to the store, she is so amazing. She can literally sit there in line and add up in her head how much everything is going to total.
Yeah.
Or while it's in the cart, as we're putting the cart, she's adding it up. And also, she is very particular about dates of food. Has to know exactly the expiration dates.
Well, because that's important. It is. I mean, when I'm checking out of a store, I like to have a ballpark idea of what I've spent. So as we're going through a store, I'm adding all this stuff up, and I even then guesstimate what the tax will be. And
Yep.
many times I come within $1
Yeah,
of what
very
it
close.
actually rings up to.
Very, very close.
And as far as dates, now I don't go to the grocery store, but Dave does.
Right.
And it drives me crazy that he doesn't check expiration dates. I want the newest product. I mean, I want the one with the oldest expiration date that's going to last the longest. Don't buy the ones in the front because they're about to expire in a couple days.
And see,
Dig in the back and
I
get
always-
the ones that are going to last a couple weeks.
and I always feel so embarrassed to do that. Like you're there where something is, and you're like pulling your arm in the very back of the shelf, and you're trying to pull it out, and the other stuff starts to fall off the shelf. And then also, I guess for me, it's like, I don't know. I always have this attitude: if it's on the shelf, then that means it's good. But
I know,
which isn't true. Which
It
isn't always true.
And you know that because you'll
Right.
come home with something and I'll say, Dave, this is going to expire tomorrow.
Exactly. But yes.
Maybe that's another difference we have. You will get embarrassed more easily, like over something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
I never would.
No.
If I take everything off the shelf and put it on the floor and then I'll pick it all back up and put it back, I'm going to do it. That would not embarrass me at all.
Exactly.
But you get embarrassed more easily.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So you're not conscious of those things, and I'm very conscious.
Very.
Of those. So there's a difference.
Yes.
Well, let's do one more difference.
Okay.
All right. This difference is pretty extreme. But Dave will, how shall I say this, kind of gently and lovingly.
Oh, I love this.
Dave kind of falls for things.
Yeah.
He
I agree.
falls for gimmicks like, if there's one of those made-for-TV ads with a certain product, or if he reads about one on the internet and it just sounds too good to be true, he falls for it.
Yep.
If it's a gadget or anything, he believes what they say it's going to do, and he gets all excited about it, and I'm the exact opposite, right?
You are total opposite.
Yeah.
You're always like, question it and
Yeah.
do your research and look for reviews and, and so forth and so on. And same thing. I'm just like, well, Sheila, they wouldn't put it out there if it wasn't true. I mean, why would they have it out there? In fact, there's even a store at the outlet mall, and it's called like something TV. What's on TV?
As seen on TV.
Yeah. I love that store. I could spend days in that store. It's got all this knicky-knacky, silly
Yes.
little things, and I'll always usually go in there and pick up something. And she's right. Usually, it's a gimmick. It doesn't work, but I don't know. It's just something I do.
Yeah, it's just a personality thing.
Maybe fall for anything.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't. I don't trust things.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. You
Yeah.
don't trust things.
I don't trust things. I don't trust just what the words say.
Right.
I'm skeptical
Yep.
and very cautious.
Absolutely.
Well, now let's move on to a quirk or two.
Okay.
I know we have many quirks, both of us. I have far more than Dave does. My list could be very long.
I'm glad she said that, actually.
It's true, but we'll at least give one example of a quirk. So one of mine is I'm very particular how things are done when it comes to my food and my coffee. Now, my coffee has to be made an exact certain way and in an exact order. Dave could not make me a cup of coffee.
No.
Because it just wouldn't be right.
Because I know trying to duplicate it, it just ain't going to happen.
No. I do use a frother, an electric frother, and I do froth my cream, but I use mostly half and half, and I use a little bit of the French vanilla creamer, which I used to use that solely but now I've cut down on that. But in this frother, it has a little metal ring in the middle, and you have to put your liquid in up to that metal ring in order for it to froth. Well, it can't be below the ring, and it can't be above the ring, but it can't be in the middle either. It has to be just teetering on the top of the ring. Then you add the French vanilla creamer. I mean, it's a process, really. And I'm like that with my food and different things. That's just how I am. Very particular. It has to look a certain way, be done a certain way, be cut a certain way.
Absolutely.
That's just me.
That's just you.
Yep.
Let me think. What is one of my quirks? Okay, I guess I could think of one if I had to really think of one. And that is, and everybody gives me such grief over this because it drives everybody crazy in the family, is that I love music, but the only problem is I make up my own words to the songs.
Yeah, you don't know the...
No,
you
none.
don't know the words.
Don't know the lyrics at all. Have no clue. So I just make them up as I go along.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, like, you heard of that car karaoke. Well, a lot of times I'll sing in the car, and the grandkids will be in the car or whatever, and I'll just start making up all these words, and they're like, Pappy, what are you doing? You're destroying the song.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I do it all the time. Just some little weird thing that I do.
Yeah, and usually if you like a song and hear it a lot,
you learn them.
You learn the words.
Know.
I mean, just think back to our favorite songs from, when we were in high school and younger. Boy, I know every single word.
Yeah, you do.
But you don't.
No. And it could be, like you said, a song that I've heard 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And I know, like, the first couple, like when it first starts or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then when it gets to the chorus, I'm just going off into wherever land. Just making it up as I go.
Yes, he does do that.
So maybe I should have a karaoke machine and carry it with me wherever I go.
You think that would help?
Probably not.
Not.
No, probably not.
Well, let's do one secret and then we'll wrap this video up. So I'm going to reveal one secret about me, and Dave, you can reveal one secret about you.
Man, I didn't know this was going to happen.
Yes.
Wow.
And this secret is, well, I don't know if you call it a secret, but it's just something that you don't advertise or walk around telling people. So my reveal is that I don't believe anyone, children, adults, anyone, should wear underwear to bed. I don't. I know you have always laughed at me about that, but I always told the grandkids, do not wear underwear to bed. I mean, wear your pajamas.
That's true.
But don't wear underwear because I believe your rear end, that part of your body needs to breathe, just like the rest of your skin. It needs air and it needs to breathe. You can think that's crazy, but I know it's true.
Now, does she have any real proof of why this is true? Probably not.
No, but I just know it.
You just know it.
It just makes good sense.
Yeah.
You let air get on all your skin breathes, and that's one area that never gets to breathe. So you should not wear underwear under your pajamas when you go to bed.
What do they call that? Going commando?
I guess. And even like with shorts and things like that, I mean, there are times when you, of course, absolutely have to. But if there are times when you don't have to, just say you're staying home and cleaning all day or something, you're by yourself, it's not funny, it's real, then I say, well, don't wear them. Like, I know I've shown many pair of shorts on my channel because I like to wear shorts. And I like to wear the shorts that have the little undershorts underneath. So, for example, like this, I know you all have seen me show these kind of shorts, this style, all the time. And underneath, I don't know if you can tell, but they have in like a built-in undershort or
Yep.
pair of underwear. But look how wide the legs are. You know, they're not tight. They shouldn't be because you want that air flowing.
Well, I have to
Up
admit,
there.
there's another example too that always drove me crazy with the grandkids was the boys, if they're going to the pool, they'd have their swim trunks, but they'd wear underwear under their swim trunks.
Yes.
And I was just like, that's just weird. Why are you wearing underwear under your swim trunks?
Yes.
I don't get that.
Again,
It has a liner.
I know. And that usually the liner is a breathable liner.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that's very important.
Well, I'm glad you think it's very important.
So that's a secret that I usually don't talk about to everybody, but I have talked about it with my grandchildren
And now-
for years.
And now she shared it with the entire world.
Yeah.
So that's a big jump for you.
Does anybody else do that or feel the way I do? Have you ever heard that before? I don't care if there's any scientific belief behind it or not. I really know it's true.
Well, I am glad you know it's true.
Okay? Now, you can reveal your secret and then we'll wrap this up.
Oh boy. Secrets. Oh, this is a tough one. I can think of one, but this is really embarrassing.
How many secrets do you have that it takes
Well-
you so long to come up with one?
Because there's certain things you just don't want the whole world to know about necessarily, you know. And so, yeah, they're private and you just want to keep them that way. But I'm the kind of person, too, that a lot of things I do, in my opinion, are just plain funny. I mean, you know, I'll do something and it's hilarious. And everybody laughs and goes, oh my gosh, what? You really did that? But one that I can say that comes to mind recently is I've had this issue now that I don't have any testosterone due to the chemotherapy and everything for my cancer. I'm starting to get, I guess, trying to be very right word, but I'm starting to get man breast. And, you know, it's awkward. It bothers me. I think I'm a little self-conscious about it. So like now, usually I don't take my shirt off. If I'm around the kids and all that, or even at a pool, I try to wear a shirt.
You even sleep in a shirt.
Yeah, I do. I know. It's just, it bothers me. Yeah. So anyway, I was on Amazon. I was doing some searches like I usually do. And back, I guess, to gimmicky, there was this thing where, and it said it was for men who had medical conditions due to chemo and so forth that have gotten man breast.
Right.
And it was supposed to, you're supposed to wear it, and it's supposed to be tight, so it kind of presses your chest in, and then it had like some kind of like little liner somewhere would lift up a little bit as far as your chest.
Yeah.
And, you know, so I don't know. I saw it and I thought, oh, wow, that's a really great idea. And it said medical, and I thought, well, it's got to be real. So I ordered it. It came. It was like a tank top.
And a real tight tank
Oh,
top.
my gosh. It was like a straight jacket.
Yeah.
It took me forever to get it on. And then once I got it on, I got in a complete panic because it was way too tight. And I was freaking out. And I couldn't get it off. So I'm running through the house looking for Sheila going, Sheila, where are you? Sheila, help me. And so she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can't get this shirt off. And she's laughing and laughing and laughing. So finally she had to help me get the shirt off. Needless to say, it was returned.
Yes.
Thank you, Amazon.
You know, that was another one of those, well, I don't know if it's a gimmick. Maybe it works for some people.
Yeah, maybe.
But it definitely didn't in Dave's case.
It was just too tight. I mean, you know, I feel like I was in a straitjacket. It was so tight.
Well, I mean, it has to be in order to,
I guess, yeah.
I guess, mash you down and, you
Yeah.
know, things like that. But, well, you revealed a big one there. But that's okay. You tried it.
I tried it, and it didn't work for me.
Don't
but
recommend it.
I don't recommend it, but
No.
hey, you know, if it works for you, go for it.
Yes. Well, that's the only secrets we're going to reveal this time.
Thank goodness. No
Yeah.
more.
But they were real and they were honest.
Yes.
And that's what matters. So now I think we better leave them with an inside beauty tip. What do you say?
I think you're right.
For the inside beauty tip today, which Dave will read, he's going to read from Psalm 139, 1 through 4.
Thank you. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. And I think it's a good passage for what we were talking about today, that, you know, no matter what quirk or little thing that you have in your life, or a secret, or a difference between each other, you know, God knows them. He knows all of it. You know, you don't have to even mention it. He knows it. And so I think we need to realize that and remember that and he loves us so unconditionally, and that's a beautiful part as well.
Yeah. I mean, he really does know all of our ways.
Yes, he does.
There is no secrets from God. He
No.
knows everything.
Everything.
And the wonderful part is he accepts us and loves us
100%.
in spite of ourselves.
Oh boy, I know. It's hard to believe sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know?
it is.
Yeah, it truly is. You reflect on that a lot, at least I do. And I'm just like, man, he loves me. He loves me, you know, me.
Yes.
And yeah, it's an amazing thing. It truly is.
Well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
that tip. That was great.
Absolutely. Now, the question is, I want some of you guys out there to give us some more comments now about these kind of discussions we're having. I think if we're sharing secrets and differences and quirks, I think some of you can do the same thing. And even if it's in a video, for some of you that may have a spouse who occasionally does videos with you, I think it'd be a fantastic idea if you guys decided to join along here.
Well, even for someone, those of you who don't do videos,
Yes.
we love to hear from all of you. And by sharing, and then you read the comments, it's really enlightening
It sure
to me.
is. It sure is.
Because then you realize, hey, I'm not the only strange one, or I'm not the only one who has done something goofy or whatever. It's fun to share because we learn from each other and we realize we're more alike than different.
And I have to say too, guys, you have to realize she reads every single comment that you guys write, and she tries the best of her heart to answer every single comment.
I sure do, and I appreciate it more than you know.
Yes, it means the world to her.
Well, thank you again for joining us today.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl
And this is the old guy.
signing out. See ya.
Bye, everybody.